I didn't believe the rumors until the map failed me. The lot at the corner of Willow and 3rd shows as blank on every app, a rectangle of municipal grass. But at 11:58 on a Tuesday night, the sidewalk tilted toward a front walk that shouldn't exist, and a house stood where 6 days out of 7, there's only wind and crabgrass. Some houses invite you. This one waited. Its windows held the darkness the way a mouth holds a secret. Porch light off, mailbox open, scent of rain that hadn't fallen. I'm an archivist of civic oddities, the kind of person clerks wave past to the microfilm room. I should have kept it there, a footnote. Instead, I came back on a Tuesday with a fresh battery, a recorder, and a calendar page torn clean from last week. They didn't. My phone insisted I'd arrived at 0, Willow Court, a number that isn't issued in this city. The compass needle spun, settled, then pointed straight through the front door. On the threshold lay a folded index card, rainless but damp, ink buckled as if it had been breathed on. 7 lines, handwritten, not by me and exactly like me. Do not knock. Do not speak your name inside. Leave before 2:17. If the upstairs hall seems longer than you remember, turn around. If you hear a voice behind you that sounds like family, you do not have family here. Tuesdays end faster in this house. I stepped in. Air that hasn't moved in a century pressed against my face. The foyer smelled like wet pennies and lilacs. Floorboards flexed as if adjusting to my weight after a long absence. The recorder in my pocket clicked on by itself and time-stamped 1:03 a.m., though my watch read 12:06. Tuesdays end faster, I remembered and decided to count my breaths. The living room was staged for strangers. A sofa in brown plastic, a television with a convex glass eye, a lace doily stained with ring-shaped shadows from glasses that were never lifted. A narrow staircase rose along the wall, each riser painted with a number, 11, 13, 17, skipping the familiar pattern the way a guilty mind skips details when confessing. I did not speak my name. When a draft pulled the front door almost shut, I wedged the index card between door and frame, a white hinge against going too deep. From the kitchen, a refrigerator hummed, but the sound had the wet articulation of someone repeating a word until it loses meaning. At the base of the stairs, a photograph waited in a tarnished frame. For people, backs to the camera, standing in a field of dry reeds. The smallest had my cowlick. The tallest wore my father's jacket, a tan windbreaker with a Stitch Company logo discontinued in 2009. I hadn't seen that jacket in years. I looked for a reflection to explain it, and found only my outline curled in the convex TV, bent like a question I did not want answered. Stairs whisper when they remember you. These whispered my cresting breath back at me, as if replaying an earlier Tuesday I hadn't lived yet. I trailed my fingers along the banister. The varnish felt gummy, recent, as though a hand had gripped it minutes ago and warmed the grain. Halfway up, the painted numbers skipped again, 19, then 23, then a negation mark where 27 should be. The upstairs hall measured longer than the footprint of the house. Wallpaper in a faded ivy repeat shivered without wind. Doors on both sides, each ajar the width of an apology. From the left, my mother's voice, her voice, the register exec, said, "Hey champ, late for dinner again?" It used my old nickname, the one that never made it into any email, any archive, any place a mimic could scrape. A second voice, lower, added, "Don't keep her waiting." I did not turn. I counted 6 heartbeats and stared at the runner rug's pattern for a seam. The recorder in my pocket ticked to 1:58. My watch clung to 12:19. Tuesdays end faster, the card had warned, and the hallway was lengthening like a bad promise. I took 3 steps back. The doors creaked in unison, disappointed. At the top of the stairs, new paper had been slid under my heel. White damp. Same cramped hand. If the halls begin to trade places, bow and walk downstairs. Do not accept apologies. Do not let them give you back what you lost. What I lost. The house answered with a clink of silverware and my father's laugh from the kitchen below. Silverware chimed again, persuasive. I bowed, as the note instructed, and ceiling seemed to loosen its shoulders. The hall quit stretching. I kept my eyes on the numbered risers, backward now, Negation 2319, refusing every door that breathed at my elbows. Halfway down, the air warmed. A chair scraped, and my father said, "There you are, kiddo," like I was 10 and late by a decade. A hand, warm and calloused, settled on my shoulder from a staircase that had no one on it. "Do not accept apologies," the note had said. I exhaled through my teeth and took another step. The hand slid off, patient as syrup. The recorder ticked 2:11. My watch stuck at 12:27. The foyer rippled into 2 copies of itself. The index card wedge blurred, then steadied. At the last stair, the kitchen doorway gaped. A table set for 4 blinked into view, then 5. The tan windbreaker hung on a chair back that should not exist anymore. My mother, or the echo of her, said, "We're sorry. We were wrong. Come eat while it's hot." The words tilted, sweet and rancid. I kept moving. I did not say my name. The front door resisted like deep water. I pushed until the latch cried. Night air rushed in, ordinary. Behind me, the house whispered, "You forgot something." I stepped out anyway and let Tuesday close on itself.